Okay, ladies, I am here with another amazing VIP success story. We have Kristen with us today, and I just want to give you some time to hear Kristen's story because I think it's one that many women are going to relate to. So, Kristen, thanks for being with us.
Yes.
And if you don't mind taking our audience back to what your frustrations were when you very first reached out to me. Do you remember what those were?
Yes, and I actually reached out to you multiple times before I pulled the trigger. I think you can remember that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and once I finally did, I think my frustrations were I felt I was in a cycle. I would basically starve myself Monday through Thursday. Friday rolled around and
Mm.
it's Friday. Let's go have drinks. Let's eat crappy. On Sundays, I probably consumed my calories basically for the entire week.
Yeah.
Then Monday rolled around, and what happened? Mondays, I was hungry because, Sundays I had eaten a
Yeah.
lot.
Yes.
I had really bad headaches.
Okay.
I was tired a lot.
Mm.
And so I think that's probably where I started. And I work in the healthcare industry at the time. And when I started, when your scrubs are too tight, it's time for a change.
Girl,
So
yes. So that's so good because and I appreciate you going back and explaining that because I mean, gosh, girl, there are so many others out there that are in that cycle. It's like the weekend warrior, having fun, doing the thing, having the drinks, having the socialization, and then boom, Monday hits, you're trying to get back on, you're clean, you're restricting, and then it's this cycle. And then what you saw was that your weight was starting to pile on, you were tired, your scrubs were too tight, so you reached
yep.
out and what's changed. So, like, we put together, I mean, I guess you tell us, like, when you reached out, like, what changed for you? Like, what are some of the things that you started doing and started seeing results with right away?
One of the biggest things I think I learned from you guys was water intake is huge. Probably when I started, I was probably drinking maybe 10 ounces of water a day, 12 ounces of water a day.
Wow.
Now I probably drink 90 to 100 ounces of water a day. So that was a huge thing that I learned.
Yeah.
Plus I learned the balance. So many of these programs you see in the foods, a bar, you get to eat a bar every day. You get to eat, one little salad a day, and that's not this program. We get to eat. I mean, we have an amazing cookbook. We
Yeah.
have amazing meals. It's real food. I mean, it's not just a shake in the morning and a shake for lunch and a bar at supper. So I think I learned that you can be successful, but you're also getting to eat real food. I can go to a restaurant. I can have a burger. I just don't eat the bun.
Mhm.
So I still can live my life as well as my family can still eat the same things I eat.
Amen to that, girl. Isn't that the truth? It's like restrict, restrict, have a bar, have a shake. And it's that's not even real food. You're not nourishing your body. So
Yeah.
you're eating real food. You're having breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're using the VIP cookbook. How do you like that? Like
Yes.
a lot of times people are like, "Okay, Kim, tell me about the cookbook. Like tell me about the food. Like is this going to be hard?" I mean, tell us about that and like, cuz I get a lot of questions about that. So what's your take on that?
I love the cookbook because I feel like it's a way to get started, but also once you get into this group, as people will find, there's variations every day. Someone will post, "Hey, I did this today with this recipe," which is awesome. I think that's the community. Most of these people you don't know who they are, but people are constantly in there like, "Hey, try this." I know someone posted one this week that's not in your cook, but it was a salad and it had,
Yes.
garbanzo beans and try this dressing. And
Yes.
I think you don't miss what you don't have. You
Mm,
know,
that's good.
you
That's
know,
good.
barbecue sauce is a typical, is a big thing. I mean, do you miss the sugar in a barbecue sauce? No,
Right.
no, you
And
don't.
showing you like if you want barbecue, here, get this
Have
one,
this.
you know?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're liking the community, you're liking the options. It's simple, it's easy,
Yep.
you're doing it. So that's incredible because that's like you said, it's very different than like the standard, okay, you have to eat this, you have to eat that kind of thing. Like, no, let's give you variety. So, Kristen,
Correct.
let me ask you this. What have your results been? What kind of
Um, uh,
results are you having? Yeah.
I have lost 37 pounds. And so seeing amazing results. I have about 5 more to go. Might go to 10 just to have that little bit of a buffer.
Right.
But I still have my lifestyle. I still,
Oh.
um, to me, exercising wasn't my problem. It was what I was eating.
Mhm.
And so I think I've just, I've learned that. I have a son who is not on the program. However, I think he follows along an example and he is down 45 pounds. And so,
45.
yeah, yeah. So
Gosh.
it was fun to go shopping with him the other day and he's down 3 pant sizes and 2 shirt sizes and yeah.
Right
So
from your example.
yeah. So it's fun to see.
Wow, Kristen. I mean, you've changed your life. Now you're changing your family's life.
Yep.
You're healthier than ever because like you're eating real food. So like that's the kicker. It's like you're eating more healthy food than ever before. You're drinking more water than ever before. You have the balance of the week and the weekends, and you've lost 37 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about the weekend, because people are probably watching this and they're going to say, okay, cool, but like, what did she do? Like, how did you do
Yeah.
it? Like, tell me the secret sauce, right? So, like, what would you say has changed about the week and weekend and like how you've bridged the gap? Like, so what are some of your hacks that you've taken from this program?
Well, for me, I was a big beer drinker.
Yeah.
That's real life and that's a lot of people's life. So I learned I don't need a 12 pack on the weekends.
Right.
That's when the bad food, came. And so now if I want a low,
Yes.
I'll have one, but
Yes.
I don't have 12 of them
Yes.
because you all teach us,
Mm-hmm.
I think a big thing is the documentation, like our,
Mm-hmm. Your food journal.
writing down for journal. Thank you. Couldn't think
Yes.
of the name of it.
Yes.
That's huge. I mean, because when you guys review it, then it's great feedback. Like, hey, maybe next week do a little bit more water. You need to do more protein, a little less carb here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think that's probably the biggest thing is, when you eat and drink like that, you're tired. So what do? You want to sleep in later. I didn't want to get up and exercise. I didn't want to do those things. And now
Right.
it's a habit. I mean, we form habits. The first thing I do when I get out of bed in the morning is I drink the lemon water. I don't feel hungover and tired and get up at 9 o'clock and at 11 o'clock I want a nap. I don't have that anymore.
Wow. Well, and I just think that's what's so real about our program, right? Because it's like
Yes.
we meet you where you are. And so when like you and I talked, I'm like, girl, I don't want you to give up your socialization. I know you tailgate and you have fun and you're social. And I'm like, keep doing that. That's healthy for you too. Socialization is healthy. Community is healthy.
Yes.
Let's just figure out a way to balance it better. Let's figure out a way to drink more water and then maybe have a drink. And so that's the other thing that I think is really key to hear is like, well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like you're missing out?
No.
So you're
No.
still able to live your life, to have
Yeah.
fun, to socialize, to go out to
Yes.
eat.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're missing out.
No, because like I said, I can go to that tailgate and have a burger. I just don't eat the bun.
Yeah.
I can go to that tailgate and have a beer, but I might have one and then I have 2 bottles of water, you know?
Yes.
And so, no, I didn't give up anything.
Girl, unbelievable. Let me ask you this too. You've had a lot of other successes. So you're down, your weight's down, you're healthier than ever, you found balance, your lifestyle's better, your son's health's improved, but like you've had several other non-scale victories. Tell us about those.
No more head. I don't have the headaches like I did. Not nearly, an
Yeah,
occasion one here or there, but who doesn't?
yeah,
Um, you know, no more aches and pains. I'm not tired like I was.
yes.
Um, you know, it's amazing what a little extra water and some clean eating does for your mental health as well as your physical,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So,
And sleeping better too, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's like that's the thing. It's like it's so cool because when we get the right plan in place. So like from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, like you kind of understand how to pair foods together, how to cleanse your body, nourish, the proper nutrients to get in. But like the cool thing is like when we start plugging in the nutrition, the whole body heals. Headaches, boom, gone. But why? We teach you how to do that, why that's happening. Sleep is better, but why? How do you do that? Right? Joint pain, aches and pains, just all that stuff just starts to dissipate, and you're just like, whoa. So, I mean, really, how old are you? Do you mind me asking?
Nope, I just turned 49.
Okay, 49, right? So 49 years old. And by the time you hit 50, do you think you're going to feel better than you did throughout your 40s?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So at this point, it's like, we hear this all the time. And what would you say to someone? Because I hear this a lot. Maybe you do too. Well, it's just part of aging. It's just part of being older. Like I'm gonna have the extra weight. I'm gonna feel aches and pains. I'm going to have headaches. What would you say now that you have had your success? Like, what would you say to another woman that might be having that conversation with you?
You don't have to. I mean, just I think that's what's so nice about this program is there's such a community, and
Mhm.
people, I people lose weight at different times. They have different successes, but it's our own journey. I mean, that's the way I've always looked at it. Like maybe, in the beginning you look and you're like, okay, I've only lost 2 pounds. Well, you shouldn't lose 10 pounds the first week. We should. And so I think that's the big thing is it doesn't have to be that way. It's little changes that we all make. And it's nice that we have the support of each other, as well as, the coaches. I know I've had to reach out and you're like, you should take this or you need to take this after you lift. And I, okay, now what do I take when? And that's what's nice. There's a face behind there that we can reach out to.
I think that's such a good point. So, number one, you can do it. You don't have to settle for how
Correct.
you feel just because of age. Number two, you're going to have the expert coaching behind it. How do you set up your day? Okay, so if you're lifting weights, how does that look? What do you do before? What do you do after? Okay, if you're having headaches, what do you do? So setting it all up for you so that you don't have to, you can take the guesswork out of it and just follow your plan. But I love the fact that you love the community. So in the VIP weight loss system, what Kristen is talking about is we have women just like Kristen, and there's several of them, and we come together in community and we support each other and we activate our health and we share recipes and we share inspiration because I mean, Kristen, empowered women empower women, right?
Correct.
And that's exactly
Yes.
what you're doing today.
Yeah.
Your story is empowering to others now because you showed up and got to be poured into. You got results. You've changed your health. Okay, so something I really want to point out with Kristen is that this is not about weight loss. Yes, she lost weight, but look at you. You have literally stepped into healing your body. And
Yeah.
because of that, you've lost 37 pounds. Your son's lost 45 pounds. You're not done yet. And guess what? This right here, this video, this recording, this is what it's all about because now Kristen's empowered enough to share her story. So this is a sign to whomever is watching this and feels defeated, who starts
Yeah.
over again on Monday, who feels like their clothes are fitting too tight, who doesn't know what to do because she's done all the things. What would you say to that woman that, like, Kristen, I just don't know if I can do it. I've tried everything, nothing works for me.
Try this. Try this. You know, it's real women, it's real food, it's real coaches. You
Yeah.
know, that was probably the biggest thing for me. And I think that's like I said in the beginning, I did reach out to you multiple times before I finally took that leap and we had that conversation. I kept thinking that I don't want that. I don't want to buy the $200 bars and that's all I eat in a day. And so I think
Hmm.
that's the good thing. So
Amazing, girl. Well, congratulations on your success.
thank you.
Keep up the good work. We call it a glow up, right? You're getting
Yeah.
ready to turn 50 and you are glowing up, girl. You're glowing up. You are only as old as your internal health and your cells and your energy. And girl, you are doing just that. So congratulations on all your success and thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.